All right, back in the case, in the Westby case, were you guys successful in being able to reach an agreement?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Again, my understanding is everything's been agreed to in that you've indicated that you're going to give her the entirety of the 401k, correct?
I have the quadro papers to fill out.
Right. The child support will remain the same. The only issue is what you guys were working on would be the duration of the alimony.
Go ahead and put down 10.
10 years?
10 months, no, 10 years, yeah.
10 years?
10 years, yeah. And
Okay.
she said she doesn't want to rake me over the coals if we get to a point where if she establishes herself for something, she can take that upon herself, but, you know.
All I can, again, I can't give you legal advice. It's not,
I was going to say, we'll just say 5, but then I said, well, why not? I understand you.
there are ways where it can be modified if circumstances changes later on. First of all, I'll note, because if you get remarried, it automatically terminates at that point. If there is something like you lose your job, then you need to petition for at least a temporary stay of it for a period of time, if that makes sense. Things like that, okay? All right.
Spousal support will remain at $800, George?
That's my understanding for a 10-year period, correct?
Well, I wanted to change that because currently I've been paying $809.50 every 2 weeks, which comes out to, would be 24 payments a year. So 2 weeks, 2 checks out of the year, she wouldn't get anything. So I'm just going to, I want to go ahead and change that so she gets $809.50 every 2 weeks. So it would be a total of, it would come out to an average of $17.53 a month instead of $16.19 a month. That way there'd be no lapse in, like in June and December, I would get 3 checks. She would get nothing for 4 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. Do you understand it, Madam Clerk?
No.
Okay. If I pay,
Listen, however you want to put it in your mind is one thing. What I need from you is 2 figures. What you're going to pay each month in child support, what you're going to pay each month in alimony. Because they have different ramifications. I can't mix them up. I can't mix them together.
is $819 the max you said on child support?
You already are paying, yes, you're paying $819 per month in child support.
So I would add that excess onto the alimony, I guess.
Again,
He can't do that. He can't. He needs 2.
I need 2 different figures because they have 2 different ramifications. I can let you know, and I'm not going to get into all the legal ramifications, but
He can figure.
especially with child support. So that's why I have to keep them separate as separate figures.
Okay, so it would be $934 a month in alimony,
Okay?
$819 a month in child support. Then that way she would continue getting $809.50, and there would be no lapse in June or December.
Again, that other part's
Yeah.
just your mental note for yourself. I'm not going to incorporate that in the order.
That's what it averages out to. So,
And then
Just
for
keep it at
Andrew,
$800 a month. How he pays it's going to be up to him, right? Or is
He didn't keep it at $800 a month.
So he's increasing it to $934.
That's what he said.
increasing spousal support to $934 a month.
$819 in child support,
Correct.
$934 alimony
All right.
for a 10-year period of time.
Got it.
for the length of the child support, is going to switch to Andrew. So right now, you're not going to pay anything for Andrew, but when Wayne goes on to college, then that's going to switch over to Andrew. How do you do that?
Normally child support ends when the child either graduates high school or he becomes 18,
Right.
whichever comes last, right?
Right.
So what we're thinking is, can the child support revert to Andrew when?
Listen, I don't have jurisdiction to go beyond that. If you guys want to come to that agreement, I can let you know it is binding and enforceable, but you're not obligated?
Binding and enforceable, but not obligated.
We've agreed upon it.
Andrew received disability.
Andrew
Right.
does get disability right now, yeah.
So you're saying after you're going to just continue indefinitely to pay $8.19 per month in child support?
Yeah.
Is that
just
correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You got to you understand that that's not modifiable.
Until we reach a point where we're thinking maybe in the future he may go into an assisted living center, and at that time maybe
We would obviously have to change things because I wouldn't have custody of him anymore.
Yeah, that would end up going to the state at that point.
What would go to the state? We would still be responsible for him. I don't understand what you said.
If it was, I guess, a state institution, I guess I misunderstood.
Oh, no,
If
we
it-
would not,
right,
no,
okay.
we would never do
All right,
that, no.
all right.
No, we're not gonna drop him off and, no.
I am sorry for the misunderstanding.
It's okay, it's just a scary thought.
Do you have everything as clear as you can get it, Madam Clerk?
Yes, Judge.
All right, I need, sir, well, you've both been kind of working all this out. I need you to get the prior agreements, I don't know if you recall them, to get all the minutes from the prior hearings where you've come to the agreements, put some of the stuff on the record. I need all that put in a final decree of divorce that you both sign off on, and then submit it to the third floor. I also need, do they have an affidavit of resident witness on file yet?
And all of them.
Yes, they do. Affidavit of resident witness.
All right, so there was already an affidavit of resident witness. You know what? Let's have the. Let's go ahead and swear him in. Let's do it the right way, Madam Clerk. Not gonna mess this way. Okay, hold on one sec. My court clerk is going to swear you in.
Would you both please raise your right hands? You and each of you do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Sir, would you state your name,
Wayne Westby,
your address?
physical,
Yes, sir.
1066 Ricegrass Avenue, Tonopah, Nevada, 89049.
And you are a resident of the state of Nevada, is that correct?
Correct.
Again, we note for the record that there is an affidavit of resident witness on file already in this case. You and the defendant were married on or about September 28th of 1995, is that correct?
Correct.
All right. As a result of your marriage, you have two minor children. Actually, one minor child, Wayne, and one emancipated child that has a disability. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you incompatible in marriage, and your likes and dislikes have become so divergent that you can no longer live in marital harmony?
Yes.
Is there any possibility of reconciliation?
No.
All right, the agreements that you guys have set forth on the video record, and that includes back when you were working with the UNLV people late last year or earlier this year, as well as the agreements as you set forth here on the record today, that being that she's going to get the entirety of the 401k. And I'm assuming other than that, we're not going to get into household items. So at this point, whatever you have in your possession will be yours. Whatever she has in her possession will be hers, correct? All right. Do you believe that that is fair and equitable?
Yes.
I have a lot of stuff in his garage.
Okay.
I would like.
You know what she's talking about?
Got most of the stuff out of there, but I can look and see what else I can find.
Whatever's yours is yours. Okay. You've come to an agreement whereby you are going to pay the amount of $934 per month for alimony for a period of 10 years. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you believe that that is fair and equitable?
Yeah. Yes.
Additionally, you are going to pay $819 in child support for Wayne until he emancipates, and then after Wayne emancipates, you are going to continue to pay for an indefinite period of time the amount of $819, which will go toward Andrew's needs. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right.
And also, I'm going to maintain her on my health insurance policy.
I don't know how you're going to do that as a once you are not married anymore, but
I've talked to my HR department at work, and they said I can do that.
okay. And you're going to do that at your cost?
Yes.
Am I missing any questions of him, Madam Clerk? Well, we've already come to the agreement back in April of this year, where the did we enter a parent?
So did you address the debt?
Do we have a I'm sorry, what?
Did I miss the issue of the debt?
Yes, but first of all, do we have a parenting agreement? I show on 419 we entered a. All right, back on 419, you agreed that she will have primary physical custody of. I don't know who Alicia is.
Alicia's, she's 20.
Not your child, though, right?
Yeah, she's living in Colorado.
Okay. So that she would have primary physical custody of Andrew and Wayne. Is that correct? So any contact, is this, you guys are going to work that out? Would that be?
Yes.
I just want it written down.
Right.
I don't care what you want to do, but I just want it written down.
What are your days off? And whatever you guys end up practicing in reality is whatever you want to. But I have to have a specific date and time. I'll give you our normal holiday schedule. Madam Clerk, if you want to give them that. So,
Well, I wanted to have them for the summer, and also, I would alternate like Christmas. I wanted to alternate.
I'm not getting into the holidays. I'm talking just on an average week.
Average week. Well, I have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off. I
Okay.
work Wednesday through Saturday.
So days and times. I need specific days and times is what she's asking for and what's required by law.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll have to go over that, I guess.
I need to know that.
What exactly you need to know?
The days and times that you will have visitation of Wayne and or Andrew.
I'm sorry, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking. I mean,
The phone conversation, we set up the phone conversation so that you could, I'm not going to keep you, if you want them every Christmas, every whatever.
I'm not getting into holidays. You'll have the holiday schedule in front of you. If you guys can't agree, if you want to modify it, then you can agree to modify it. That is the holidays. I'm just talking on a weekly schedule. Your days off, you obviously know your days off.
yeah.
What days would you like to have the kids in? She has a right to know, so she can plan her week around it.
Well, I live 200 miles away, so it wouldn't be like every week.
And that's what we need clarified. Every other week, and then what days and times.
I haven't really. I'm sorry, I haven't really put that much thought into it. I'm sorry. Maybe once a month.
Okay? First week, second week, third week, what week?
This is going to be binding, huh? I mean, can I switch?
You can always agree to change that, but for purposes of getting a final decree, I need a specific amount. And again, if you guys have problems in the future, the order is I'm going to have you go back to FMC and work out a different schedule.
Okay, let's just say the first week, Sunday through Tuesday. I mean,
It's not gonna be, that won't be what it is, but.
Just so we can have
he's
something
just
down
trying
on
to
the
give you
record.
That's fine.
something.
I don't, again, that's what will indicate will be your visitation time.
We can work something.
And then you can work
between
whatever
us.
you need to out, and if you can't work it out, you're to go back again to FMC and work out
Okay.
the
That's
specifics.
fine.
So every first weekend, Sunday to
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I need hours. The law requires that I do that.
Hours. Well,
Sunday at what time till Tuesday at what time?
Let's say Sunday at noon till Tuesday at 5 p.m.
Okay. Is there anything else I'm missing, Madam Clerk?
No, I apologize. I missed the issue of the debt. Did you say
Sorry.
something?
Do you guys, have you already split up the debts? Have you decided?
I was going to assume the debts.
I'm sorry?
I was going to assume the debts.
All right. I need you to list out, so you'll be responsible for any debts that were incurred during the marriage. Is that correct? Okay. It'd be preferential for you to list those out in the decree, but otherwise we'll just say that you're responsible for any and all that were incurred during the marriage. Is there anything else? Any other questions, clarifications, sir?
I don't think so.
Okay. The agreement whereby you have primary physical custody of the children, do you believe that's in the children's best interest? Ms. Westby?
Yes.
Okay. The agreement whereby you're going to be paid the amounts of child support set by statute. The agreement whereby you're going to receive $934 per month for the period of 10 years. Do you believe that that's fair and equitable?
Yes,
You believe that the way that you've divided your property and that he's taking all of the debts, he's giving you the entire 401k, and then whatever else you have in your possession and control will remain yours. Do you believe that's fair and equitable?
yes.
All right. Do you have any questions or clarifications?
No.
All right. Who's going to be, you guys know each other the best. I need a decree within 10 days, so who's going to be the better person to do that?
Can you do it? Or?
Yeah, of course.
You're like local, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Rule applies.
So I need to try to get that. The minutes will be done by next Monday. You can get a copy of those. Take those over to the Self-Help Center. They will kind of assist you a little bit, and then just leave the decree up on the third floor to be signed.
Okay, about the Quadro papers that I need to fill out, is there the self-help place, will they help me fill these out, or?
I have no idea. All I know is in the decree, she's granted the entirety of the 401k.
Okay,
So I don't
figure it
know.
out then.
We'll pick that up. We could pick that up on Monday, he said. So
Minutes.
I can just FedEx it to you, and you can fill it out in Tonopah.
Okay.
No?
No, he's talking about the minutes for your preparation.
The
of the
decree.
of divorce.
Oh. You won't be able to get that till that other part's done.
Name change and
So maybe you,
name change for her and the 33 rule.
Are you asking that your maiden name be restored, or are you going to keep it as Westby?
I'm gonna keep it as Westby. I'll change it if I need to later.
Right. All right, the matter have been submitted pursuant to the terms set forth here on the record. An absolute decree of divorce herewith granted. The bonds of matrimony existing between the plaintiff and defendant are hereby dissolved, and the parties are restored to the status of single, unmarried persons. Again, the law requires that you try to get that, 10 days. So you really don't want to have to start all this all over again. So try to get that done and dropped off to the third floor within the 10-day period, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Congratulations on working it out. Just put it in there.
Okay.